Hello, my name is Glen and this is Lina, my wife.
Hi.
And this is Kristen, and he is 2.5, coming 3 years old. Yes, Kristen was diagnosed when he was about a year old, and he was referred to KKH. And then KKH decided that he should do a DNA test to see what was causing him to miss some developmental milestones. And the DNA test actually showed that there was a DNA mutation, and this results in Kristen having a condition called global developmental delay. With global developmental delay, Kristen's developmental milestones are delayed, as the diagnosis suggests. So he's delayed in both his speech as well as his motor development. So he takes a longer time to develop skills like speaking or communication, and he only recently started walking. Well, Kristen is currently in the EPIC program, but prior to enrollment in EPIC, he was receiving services from KKH. I think for my wife and I, we didn't really feel exceptionally sad or depressed. We were actually very relieved because when we received the diagnosis for Kristen, we actually knew exactly what was wrong with him. So previously the diagnosis for Kristen was just global developmental delay, but after the DNA test results came back, we actually found out that it was the condition was due to a mutation in his DNA. That actually gave us hope that something could be done to help him with regards to his condition. One of the things that really helped us was that he was receiving services even before he started his EPIC program. So he was already receiving services from KKH almost weekly, and he was receiving speech therapy services, physiotherapy services, and occupational therapy services. So these services actually help us to feel that we were not alone in this. I think parents who have special needs children naturally will feel anxious. They will naturally ask questions about, what's my child going to be like, whether he can enter a mainstream school or not. I think these questions are very natural for any parent to ask. But for us, our perspective is slightly different. We view Kristen as a gift from God, and it's because of this perspective that we remain quite hopeful. The wait for EPIC was about 6 to 9 months, but as I mentioned earlier, the amount of support that we were receiving from KKH was actually quite a lot. At the same time, we were also well supported by my family or our families, and in addition, we were also supported spiritually by the small group in our church. So we have a group of people surrounding us, loving us even as we seek to love Kristen, praying for us and when we have needs. And this really helped us to go beyond just looking at what we need and to remain hopeful. Okay, the first point that helps us to remain resilient as a family is our view of God. We acknowledge that there are certain things that are beyond our control. As earthly parents, we really want the best for Kristen, but as much as we can try and help him, we cannot help him physically to develop in a way that we want him to develop. And we acknowledge that it's God who loves Kristen more than we can ever love him. And that's the first thing that helps us to remain hopeful, understanding that God is the one that loves Kristen more than we ever love Kristen. The second point is this: it's very natural as parents to have expectations. So as parents, we have expectations of our children's future. What's he going to? Which school is he going to go to? What job is he going to do in the future? But it's especially important, I feel, with a special needs child to not just look at what's going to happen in the future, because having a long-term focus on expectations of the future will actually keep our mind on what our child does not have or cannot do. Rather, our family focuses on small successes and we celebrate small successes. So for example, when he was able to crawl immediately after entry into the EPIC program, we were very happy. When he could start standing, if he pull himself on using an object to stand, we were also very happy and we celebrated together with him. When he started to walk maybe about 2 months ago, we were also very happy. And it is this celebration of small successes, especially with a child with special needs, that help us to keep going and help us to remain hopeful that even though he is, like Kristen, is delayed, he is still improving day by day and he's still going day by day. At the moment, Zhe finds Titi cute. His sister Chrislyn finds Kristen very cute. And whenever we ask Chrislyn about Kristen, she will say, you know, Titi is very cute. She plays with him and she understands that Titi cannot play with her in a way that other siblings play with one another because of his condition. Chrislyn doesn't really understand what GDD actually means, but she understands that Titi is slow. And because of this, Chrislyn would actually accommodate Kristen in her play. So whenever she plays, she will accommodate Kristen by playing in a way that will involve him. I think this stems from the fact that as a family, we believe that a family should do things together. So our family time should involve all members in the activities. And it is this intentionality when we go out as a family, we do things together as a family, go to a park together. And Kristen is involved and Chrislyn is there. This intentionality helps the siblings bond together, helps the family bond together, and at the same time the family grows closer to one another. And so we are very much involved, all of us including Chrislyn is very much involved in helping Kristen develop.